What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Paulizè Talks, and today we're going to be talking about how to stop overthinking and take action. Now, before we get into that, for those that are new, welcome. My name is Paulizè, and here we talk about different tips and tricks on how to become the greatest version of yourself. As always, thank you for being on this journey with me. Thank you for allowing me to be on this journey with you. I believe that we do better when we grow together, so let's continue to grow with one another. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. Welcome back. Now, like I said before, we're going to be talking about how to stop overthinking and take action. First off, let's give a little definition of what it means to overthink. Now, overthinking is really just going back and forth with yourself, if you want to be honest, right? You're asking a question and then you're answering that question, and then you're just going back and forth like that, right? And in a sense, that's good. Think about it in terms of like being a business owner. Whenever you have a business idea or whatever, you get with your team, right? And y'all sit and y'all talk about, a plan of action and how you can execute and, just formulate a budget and a plan and all those good things. And that's good. But when you start to overanalyze these things and just start to overcomplicate it, then you do nothing, and then nothing happens. So it's important to understand that thinking about a plan of action is good, but taking action is what's most important, which leads me into my first point. A man or woman is what he or she thinks about all day long. So yeah, you are what you think about all day long, but you are what you do all day as well. So if you sit around and you don't really do much all day, then that kind of gives an idea of who you are and where you're going, right? So a lot of that time is idle as well, so that gives you a lot of space to overthink and overcomplicate things. For me, what I like to do whenever I feel as though I'm overanalyzing or overthinking, I just take action immediately on the first thought I have, right? In the first 5 seconds. So even with me doing like videos and stuff, sometimes I tend to overthink, right? We're all not perfect. I'm pretty sure there are other content creators that overthink a lot of their ideas as well. But when those situations come up, I just do something. I just do whatever. I just set my equipment up and then I just hit record, and then I just go with what I got in that moment. Sometimes it's not going to be as perfect as you may want it to be, but you have to do something. You have to take action, and you have to be willing and able to learn from it. Because if it's a mistake, then, well, it's not really a mistake. It's just a learning lesson, right? You can learn something from that. But if it turns out to be something good, then you might be onto something, right? Again, don't overthink. Just take action. The secret to success is action. You pay the price of failure when you do nothing. So I'm pretty sure we've all seen reviews and interviews of like great successful people and things of that nature. So a question that I'm pretty sure they get all the time is like, what's the secret to your success? And if you want to be honest, I feel like the secret to anybody's success is just they did it. They took action, right? In the beginning phases, it may not have been pretty. They may not have really exactly had a plan set, but they did something, right? They took action. And over time, they got better and they formulated different plans and ideas and things of that nature. It's like a flower that starts to bloom over time. In the beginning, when it's like really tiny, it may not look as beautiful as these other pictures perceive it to be. But over time, when you start to see that flower grow and flourish, you'll see the beauty in it. The same way with the journey that you're on right now. It may look ugly right now. It may not be the most glamorous. You know, you may not have the best equipment. The quality may not be there, but you're growing. And soon, not later, but soon, you're gonna be where you see yourself. You're gonna be that beautiful flower because you're gonna be blooming and blossoming, and things are just gonna come to you naturally. But it's all about the foundation that you set first here, which allows you to go even further than where you are now. Make a difference with people who want to make a difference. That's another key point too, right? And that's kind of that'll kind of lead into another topic another point that I'm gonna get into in a little bit. But make a difference with people that want to make a difference. So you can rephrase that too. Be the person that you want to attract as well. You know, when you start to do great things, you'll start to attract great people, right? Because there are people that feel the same way as you. For me, I just want to be able to add value to other people and help in any way that I can, even if just a little bit. So when I put myself in that space, in that environment, it allows for other people to join me in that space, which is why I always say at the beginning and end of my videos, we do better when we grow together. So let's continue to grow with one another. That's just that. Make a difference with people that want to make a difference. I'm sure I'm not the only one that feels the same way. I'm sure that there are others who may even be fearful or, you know, a bit worried or afraid of, well, how am I going to do this? How is it going to look? What am I going to say? Are people even going to watch this? You know, getting so caught up in the things that don't really matter in those stages. You know, this is what matters right here. Just doing, just taking action. Like I said, it's not going to be pretty, but you have to do those things. And over time, you'll start to attract people in your life that'll have the same ideology as you. And then you continue to grow, and now you're building a team. Now you don't have to do everything by yourself. Now that's when the quality starts to improve. So make a difference with people that want to make a difference. Next, if you play a solo game, you will lose to a team every time. If you play a solo game, you will lose to a team every time. We can't do it by ourselves, right? We can do pretty good, you know. We can do a lot. We can do a very efficient job, but we can't do it all. You know, I forgot the phrase, but it's like sometimes you just need to know when to hand certain duties to other people, right? You just need to know, because you can't do it all, right? You can't be the cameraman, you can't be writing a script, although it's good to do those things in the beginning, right? So that way you know what's going on behind the scenes and so on and so forth. But you can't do that all by yourself forever. You have to have a team behind you that has the same ideas and has the same or similar goals as you. So don't try to play this game by yourself. You know, especially nowadays, it always seems like everybody is just trying to do their own thing and all about self, but we need to be all about us, unity. We need to come together because we grow more when we do, right? That's my phrase. We do better when we come together. We do. We grow exponentially. So don't try to play this game solo, because if you go up against a team, you're guaranteed to lose every time. The only person who never makes mistakes is the one who never does anything. The only person who never makes mistakes is the person that never does anything. That's what this whole thing has been about, right? Don't try to get it all perfect. Don't try to be perfect with everything that you do, right? If you're afraid to make mistakes, if you're afraid of what people might say, that's okay. That's legitimate. It's okay to feel that way. But if you do nothing, if you just always sit and ponder, then yeah, that's just the same equivalent as failing. You know, I'd rather try and attempt something and fail at it than to be like, well, what if, and create these false narratives in my mind that'll put me in a state of paralysis, and then I really don't do anything. So it's important to take action, you know, make mistakes, right? What's that old cartoon? Take chances, make mistakes. It's okay. You're gonna grow from that. every L that you take, flip it and turn it into steps. Because that's what this life is all about. You know, action will teach you more than anything ever will. So go out there and make mistakes. And last point, if you have time to think, you have time to act. Need I say more? If you have time to think, you have time to act. The time you spend on any idea, the time you spend on social media could be an opportunity for you to make yourself known, to build a presence. Whatever it is that you're doing. If you have time to think about it, you have time to act. So make sure that you are acting on all those ideas that you got, because I know you have plenty of them. And I know that you have things that can change the world, because there are new ideas that are formulating every day. Don't ever think that because it seems like someone else is doing it that, well, maybe I shouldn't even try it. But no, you're unique. Nobody's gonna say things like you say it. Nobody's gonna do things like you do it. So it takes guts. I'll be honest, all of this, it takes guts. It takes guts to really step out and step into your true power, into your potential. But once you do, all those fears dissipate, all that overthinking, it just goes away. And then you ask yourself, like, what was I even tripping about? So go forth. Go forth and act. Act on those instincts, because God will always show you the way every time. And that's it. That's all I got. Hopefully I was able to add some value here. And if you made it this far, again, thank you so much. Thank you for being on this journey with me. Thank you for allowing me to be on this journey with you. Like I always say, we do better when we grow together. So let's continue to grow with one another. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share with somebody that may need this, and click the notification bell to get notified whenever I publish another video. If you like the merchandise, if you like the hoodies, the sweats and everything, I'll leave the link in the description below. And as always, thank you for your support. It's greatly appreciated. And leave a comment too if any of this resonated with you, and let me know if there's anything else that you'd like to hear. You know, I'd love to hear from you. And with that, we're done. Now, go out there and be great, but always remember to be you, be unique, and remember that anything's possible. Peace.